That's funny. I got my little headset inside my headset. So watch now. So perfect. So this is my background screen that you're seeing. Oh no, that's what I'm saying. With the phone, it's kind of hard to actually show the viewers where what I'm actually doing overall. So in this case, now that you're on Twitch, you can see all of it. So watch, we'll pull up this guy. And this is, oh yeah, no, it's kind of hard to do it on now. Look how easier it is for me to show you guys this. So now I can go here. I can show you, boom. Oh, let's crop this a little bit just to make it a lot easier to see where we're working with. Say yes to that. Good. I like that. So we'll go here, and the exhaust that we're going to use is going to be right in this area. So we're going to, I can't see that. Let's go back. Let's put another color. Let's use green. So it's too bright back there, but it's okay. We can. Look at this. So this is where we'll put the hood. Obviously, it's not going to go over here. It's in that side over there. So I'm trying to, let's see, let's go back a little bit. So it looks a little bit more realistic. So our hood is going to come out right here. And then it'll go back this way, right here. Bam. And then it'll go up into our space up there. Bam. This, we'll draw this little outline to show that we're going behind but that's what it looks like there. So we'll put our little exhaust hood in here. Boom, boom, boom. Go up through here. Good. Once we poke in here, it's a normal, so we have a couple of different ones. Let me show you what the other one looks like, which is hood, which is more than likely, this is what all of them look like. So I'll bring it over here so you can see it. They all look like this one. 9 times out of 10, they look like this or like this. This right here, that's a sleeve that goes on the outside. And it covers it. And on the inside of it, we have a little, let's do a different color for pipe. Let's do orange. So on the inside, we're going to have our pipe, and it'll go this way. Boom. It's our pipe, and it'll go this way. Boom. But that would be amazing. I know, but the thing is, before I could actually stream it like this, I need to get a stream key so that they can allow me to use a third-party streaming. ¿Cómo se llama esa madre? Esto, usar esto, you know, because otherwise I'd have to use my phone, which kind of sucks, but I have to get I have to do it enough so that it shows that I'm actually, I'm serious about teaching this stuff. I have to do 6 hours a week in total. 6 hours a week. I have to have followers. I have to have interactions with followers. Like a steady, like basically a fan base, a steady. So it actually shows that I'm doing what I said I was going to do, and not just doing it for fun when other people are actually trying it for a living, you know. 49. Hold on, let me see. 45 was this last one. This last one was 45. Dude, the first time was 5. Right now, just 1, which is you. Pero the best time to do this is en las tardecitas, cuando la gente tenga tiempo, you know. But I'm hoping to do stuff like this, and to subscribers, if you want to subscribe to the channel or become a member, I like to do one-on-ones. So if you have anything that you want to troubleshoot, or anything that if you want to go over a bid or something, right? Okay, there you go. Or you can just mute it on Twitch, way. You can mute it on Twitch. So I also have spreadsheets donde I can show you. Watch, I'll pull this out this way. Are you on there right now? So I'm gonna stream this one on TikTok so people can see. I'm gonna put you on blast, vato. Como dicen. Ahí está el Early, el Lee. Sí, putting on blast. Yes. So on this one, I want to show you guys cómo se hacen los how to put together a spreadsheet. Let's take a look at this real quick. ¿Cómo le haré? Do you think the people are going to want to call? Okay, so I'm going to start live. All right, so we're back. I'll do a quick little tour on putting together a spreadsheet using Excel. This is what I love doing. I figure out what we need, and then it just depends on what kind of formula you want. And they actually give you tours themselves too. They give you little guides. Watch out. So we'll flip it over. See, it'll show you little formulas. How to get started with formulas. Take a tour. Make your first pivot table. Pivot tables are pretty cool. So let's take a look at this real quick. Let's do a little bam. So we'll open up a blank work order. Bam. What do you guys want to design? Let's say On here, we're going to put date. We are going to put description of what we need, right? Description. Let's do pricing. What's another good one? Description is usually a little bit longer, so we'll go a little bit longer like that, and then we'll merge it, right? Date it. Let's say unit. How many units? So that's a good one right there. How many units? Let's put pricing on here. Pricing, good. So once we do pricing, we'll go to so a good place. So right now we have a customer on the line, guys. He has a good question. Where do I go if I'm trying to buy materials for my house or equipment for the house? 9 times out of 10, you're going to go to Lowe's, Home Depot, but it just varies from city to city. A lot of times you can't go to a regular supply house like I get to, because they ask for a license. They ask for a business. They'll ask you for a business license. They'll ask you for sometimes they'll ask for your tax ID, and sometimes they'll ask for your license to do the work if you're actually a contractor or not a contractor, because it's a liability if they sell you, let's say, a water heater, for example, and you install it wrong and you blow yourself up. Now they're liable for selling it to a regular person and not a licensed person. Chingon? Good. So, and then we'll put total. So check this out. We have unit. Let's put this a little bit out. Let's move this a little bit out. Bam. Let's stretch this out a little bit, just a little bit. And then let's go here. We're going to center all our stuff. Bam. Good. I like this. So we can see my little marker. If I don't want to rinse and repeat and do it all over again one by one, I can highlight the area, right? And then once my little X turns into a little black, smaller X, you could actually scroll it down and it copied and pastes by itself. Look at that. Easy. Good. So now, check this out. I'll highlight all of it. I'll come over here. Let's put a border on it. Boom. Now we're actually separating the things. Cool. We'll highlight this little area. We'll go over to our clear tab over here on the top right corner. We're going to remove content. That way I don't have to go one by one to delete. Next. This is the fun part. This is where we can add a formula. So we'll go to price. We'll go to the total right here. We could add equals. Once we add the equal sign, we can put unit multiplied by pricing. Boom. So now, if I could put 5 units, let's say, and the date is September 5th, 25. Description. What do we buy 5 of? Let's say pipe. That was 4-inch vent pipe. I know each one of those is about $15 and let's say 35 cents. Look at my total. It does it for you. You don't have to worry about that again. Now check this out. We're going to delete this, delete this, delete this. And then we're going to, remember our little tip? We're going to move it down. And guess what? It did it for every single one of them now. 2 times 5 equals 10. Good. Perfect. That's what we wanted. Now, let's say, let's just put some random numbers in there just so we can show that it's working. So we got 10, 25, 8. All right. So now we can make another one down here at the bottom. Equals sum. So that's basically the sum of all of the, oh, let's do that again. Oops. So we're going to click on that one, equals sum. We're going to click on this little guy, do equal sign, sum. And then we're going to use this little guy. You see that little symbol? We're going to highlight everything that we want summed up. Bam! Look at that. 43. So that tells me at the bottom there, look at that. It'll always add it up for you. Now let's get creative. Let's be realistic. In our world, let's add, we're going to add another column. Bam. We click insert. Boom. We're going to add a column that says taxes. So now this column that says taxes, it'll be 0.07. That's what we're being taxed. Oh, so I guess, how do we do that? How can we add that? So what we can do is at the end, we'll put it in between here. Watch this. We'll insert it here. We'll delete this little section. We'll put taxes there. So what I want to do is I want this guy to be taxed. So I'll put equals this number times 0.07. Boom. That tells me that's 35 cents. Look at this. We're going to bring it down all the way. 35 cents, 14 cents for that guy, 35 cents for that guy. But that's only telling you 35 cents for every $5. We're actually missing one of them. There's 2. You see that? So what I want to do is total taxes on this side. So let's switch it over to equals this guy multiplied by 0.07. There you go, 70 cents. So we'll bring it down all the way. So we want the total. So we know that for 2 of these pipes, at $5 equals $10, and taxes on that is going to be 70 cents. So for every $10, 70 cents. This one is $1.75 on taxes. Let's add it up. Let's go to the bottom and put equals sum. Let's put this little guy. Don't forget to put this little guy. Bam. This. So total so far we got $4.41 in taxes. We could add that to our total here because this is before tax and this is with tax. A lot of times when you buy stuff from a supply house, they're not going to give you taxes and you have to do your own taxes. Or a lot of times, just to be safe, make sure you what I do is just to be safe, you want to go a little extra on this so you're covered. The first year in business, I never included taxes, so I had to pay for all of that myself. And that hurt. That hurt. Wait, I was wondering how come I was booming. Everybody thought it was very cheap, and it was very cheap because I didn't include any of I paid for all their taxes. So if my equipment was, let's calculate this real quick. We'll put one. Oh, we have the math right here already. So I bought the equipment for $5,000. Taxes on that was $350. Oops. So over the year, if I spent $40,000, I paid $2,800. And if my first year it was $121,000 in revenue, I paid $8,400 in taxes out of my pocket. When I didn't know that the supply house wasn't including the taxes. Oops. So yeah, at the end of the year, I had to pay like $12,000. That sucks, huh? But you like this? So this is one of the things that I want to show you guys how to do. And then pivot tables. So we come up here to insert pivot tables. What a pivot table does is if bam, new worksheet. I don't think there's enough stuff. Pivot table field is not valid. Existing worksheet. Boom. Oh, it's not doing it right now. There's not enough information on this one. But you can take. Ooh, I know what I can do. Can I show my credit card information? Probably not, huh? Well, that one's cool because you can do. Wait, the background. I know it's exciting, man. That was Cancun. Let's take a look. Bam. Flip the camera. So that was some good teaching. That was a little quick one. A quick 1-2. Me invitaron it says that people te pueden invitar para battle you on a TikTok thingy. Me invitaron como 4 personas ahorita. They do the TikTok battles. La gente se hace like TikTok battles on there. ¿Qué pasó? Como quité la headset.